What's up, everyone? Kriddle here, and we're going to go over another deck that some people have told me about, and I looked it up, and it's pretty fun. We're calling this one the Broom Deck. I did want to make a Broom Deck, especially with the new set that just came out, set 4. Added in a few cards that really make the brooms pop out, I guess, and make them very, very strong. So let's take a look at this deck. This deck is obviously very heavy on the broom front. You want to have almost every type of broom in this deck, which I believe it covers most of them, but we'll go over each one. So we do have the Magic Broom Luminary Keeper. This one's great as a starter. You want to throw it out turn 1 if you can, and that allows you to do a lot more things as you continue the game. For example, on turn 2, you could play the Yin Sid, and because you have a Magic Broom out, you can draw another card, because this one is when you have a Magic Broom out, you get to draw a card, and then you can go ahead and quest with your Magic Broom on turn 2 before you play Yin Sid, and then you could get another card. So basically turn 1, you play Magic Broom, turn 2, you quest with Magic Broom, you play Yin Sid, and you draw 2 cards all at the same time. It's a great combination that you get from the very beginning, and it's really not that hard to do. Just make sure that you try to get both of these cards in your hand early on from, mulligans if you have to. They're pretty much, it's very helpful, I should say. I'm not gonna say it's required, because it's not, but it's very helpful in those early phases of the game. Next up is the Madam Mims. We do have some Madam Mims in here. Those pretty much go along with your Merlins, and that just allows you to have that bounce in your deck. That usually works for a lot of decks. Like, you can make a full-on bounce deck. This one's not a full-on bounce deck. However, it does function like one. So if you pull the wrong cards in the wrong order, then that can allow you to continue the game until you get the right cards. The reason I say that is because there's very, very important cards down here, like the Mickey Mouse. You really, really, really need to have this Mickey Mouse Wayward Sorcerer card early on. By, I would say, turn 4, you need to have it on the board if you can. It's kind of mandatory for this deck. If you don't pull it, then this deck does start to fall apart by turn 5 or 6. And if you do pull it and you have a couple of brooms out, it makes it very, very, very strong. The reason for that is because it allows you to pay 1 less per broom. So that gives you, these brooms up here for free. And several of the other brooms, just makes them like 2 cost and 3 cost cards. But they're very, very strong for that. In addition to that, whenever one of your brooms is banished in a challenge, very specifically, you may return that card to your hand, which will allow you to continue to play more brooms. So this deck doesn't have a lot of draw. There is a little bit of draw to it. You get that through your Merlins here. You can draw a card, and you can bounce that, obviously, to draw another card. And then you have, I believe, the Fortisphere, which allows you to draw a card. And I'll go over 2 reasons why you have the Fortisphere in here. And I believe that might be it, to draw cards. Oh, no, and then you have this Let the Storm Rage on as well. So that's pretty much where you get your cards. And then Queen's Castle, if you can get it out and the other player doesn't get rid of it as quickly as possible. This card, I had a lot of trouble keeping on the board when I put it out, but when it worked really, really well. So that brings us over to the Sorcerer's Tower here. That is another location card that is very good for this, because you can, let's say you put out 4 or 5 different brooms by turn 3 or 4. And then on turn 3, turn 4, you have 3 ink just sitting there. You throw out your Sorcerer's Tower. You already have several brooms up. You can move them all for free to the Sorcerer's Tower and then quest with all of them, getting a lot of lore very, very quickly. So let's say you had 4 out and you just threw up this card here, and you move 4 different, that's 4 bonus lore that you're getting on top of the lore that they already are questing for. So you're getting a minimum of 8 lore from your brooms on that one turn if you have them all out. Another really good thing with that is if you have the Mickey Mouse out, they're going to have to decide what do they want to do. Do they want to take out the Sorcerer's Tower, or are they going to take out each one of the brooms? If they take out one of the brooms, obviously you can replay them again because you have the Mickey Mouse out, so you just be able to play it again next turn and then move it right back onto the Sorcerer's Tower. And if they take out the brooms, that's what's going to happen. If they don't take out the brooms, they're just going to take out your Sorcerer's Tower, which is another option, but then you'll be able to just use your brooms going forward to hopefully play a Yin Sid, gain more cards that way, or to just attack with your cards, your Mickey Mouse, things like that. The good thing is you want to be using a lot of your low-cost brooms to attack and clear the board of your opponent's characters. The reason for that is because you get down here to this magic broom, and it allows you to bring all of your brooms from your discard pile back into your deck. So you really don't even have to worry too much about running out of cards with this deck. There are a few decks out there that are very strong, and if somebody gets you one of those decks that you're just constantly burning through your cards, this one can kind of keep up with that, which I thought was really nice when I was playing this. I actually went through probably a good 50 something cards in one playthrough with this deck, but I was able to do that very easily because I had these magic brooms that just kept going back into the deck. Of course, there's 60 cards in the deck, so I would have been fine anyway, but it still gave me a lot of options. Another card that really works well with that is the Sorcerer's Hat, which I don't have here. So you could throw a Sorcerer's Hat in here, and then every time you use the Sorcerer's Hat, you just call a magic broom, and you can add a magic broom in here. At least I don't think I have the Sorcerer's Hat in here. Did I? No, I did not. But I could put that in here, and if I did, I might take out like this Mickey Mouse right here. I didn't find that this Mickey Mouse was great. But it did come in very handy sometimes. So when it worked really well. Let's say I had three or four brooms out, and then I would just play this Mickey Mouse. And the good thing about this one is it can be in your hand, so then you play it, and that's when it does the damage. When you play this character, deal damage to the chosen character equal to the number of broom characters you have in play. So it's an easy way to play a lot of damage card. And then also on top of that, you can shift it into a Mickey Mouse if you want to make it cheaper, and it has resist damage on it, so it makes it a pretty strong card, and it quests for 2, so it has a lot of those things going for it. That's why I have it in the deck, but I don't know, I might end up removing this one and put in the Sorcerer's Hat, which does allow you to get more magic brooms, because there's so many magic brooms in this deck, you can just call magic broom. So I'm going to go back to the Fortisphere here. This one allows you to draw a card, but what's really nice about this is let's say you're getting close to the end of the game, you really need to start questing to catch up, your Mickey Mouse is out, and you have a broom out as well. You can quest with a broom, and then you can use your Fortisphere to make a broom a bodyguard for your Mickey Mouse, allowing you to then quest with your Mickey Mouse, and hopefully they can't take out both your Mickey Mouse and your, let's say, magic broom. If you have the magic broom out and a Mickey Mouse out, quest with both of those. That's 4 lore. If you have them inside of a Sorcerer's Tower, that's an additional 1 lore for this broom. So that's 5 lore that you could get rather than the 3 lore if you didn't quest with Mickey Mouse. And then you use the Fortisphere to put on your magic broom, because if it's bodyguard and they have to target that one first, they'll take it out, and then your Mickey Mouse will allow you to play that magic broom again the next turn, because it will put it back in your hand, and that will also give you a rush on your next turn. So a lot of synergy in this deck. I really enjoyed playing this one. I've been wanting to play a broom heavy deck since the game released, and this new set allowed us to do that, mostly because of this well, not that card, mostly because of some of these other cards, but we have some new broom cards and things, and then the Mickey Mouse obviously just really added to it. I believe this one's new. No, that one's not new. So this one's new right here. Yeah, this evasive broom. This Fortisphere helps out quite a bit, allows you to block with the broom. The Yin Sid is another really big one, and then this Luminary Keeper. So those cards really helped to just make this deck pop out. Previously, the deck was just not as strong as it should have been when you just had the Mickey Mouse and the brooms that were in there. So those few extra cards really help quite a bit in making this deck work. Anyway, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, follow, all that kind of stuff. I do play Lorcana over on my Twitch stream often, and we do talk about some physical card games as well. We're going to be getting the Luminaries Quest, I believe, this weekend. I'm going to play it with my son, and we'll do a review on that video and throw it up on YouTube. So definitely check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.